Hey there, I'm Dallas. I'm the creator of The Chosen, the show that you are hopefully watching and you are about to watch episodes 5 and 6 of. Now, of course, if you haven't seen the first 4 episodes of season 1, make sure you go back and watch them because these episodes won't make any sense to you if you haven't seen the first 4. Now, where can you do that? You can, of course, watch it here on YouTube, and we love that. It's wonderful. But you can also watch it free and easy in the Chosen app and the Angel Studios app. That's actually the best place to watch it. Not only are you going to get to experience better quality, but you're also going to get a chance to support the show if you so choose. Yes, it's free and easy, but if you want to make sure that we can do future episodes and seasons, and you want to make sure that we can keep it free around the world, we want to do 7 seasons of this show. We want to get this all over the place. The only way we can do that is if you choose to support it. That's one of the reasons why I'm wearing one of our shirts, which says 5 and 2. This is obviously referring to 5 loaves and 2 fish, the story of the feeding of the 5,000, which we actually get into near the end of season 3, which you can also watch in those apps. But the reason we do that is because it's not our job to feed the 5,000. It's only to provide the loaves and fish. Providing these 5 loaves and 2 fish is how we are able to get the show done, and you providing your loaves and fish is how we're able to get the show done. So we're working together to watch God feed the 5,000. I do hope you enjoy episodes 5 and 6 of season 1. A lot's going to happen in these next 2 episodes. Big, epic episodes. I hope you enjoy them.
Please, have you seen...
Why are you alone, woman?
My son, he's only 12. He's...
Kids all over. It's Jerusalem. You from here?
No, we came for the Passover feast. We thought he was in the caravan.
The feast was 3 days ago.
Jesus! Jesus!
Mary.
Ima? We looked everywhere, day and night. We were so scared.
I told him, he's okay.
Why is everyone so upset?
Mary, he was in
You were
the...
supposed to be riding in the caravan with Uncle Abita.
I was supposed to be with my father.
Then why weren't you?
I was.
You were in the temple?
It was incredible, Mary. You should have seen him. He was teaching when I found him. The rabbis, the scribes, the scholars, they could not believe their ears. They barely let us leave.
Didn't you know I must be in my father's house?
It is too early for all this.
If not now, when?
Just help us get through all of this with you. Please.
Maybe we should get going before they make a formal inquiry, huh? Jesus, please don't do that again, huh?
Yes, Abba. May I read?
We'll see, hmm? Come now, we've got a long journey. What are you going to do for your mother for this transgression, huh? I'm going to make him rub your feet.
Abba!
Trouble with a mess you've been
known here.
Dinah!
Mary? What are you doing here?
I heard someone was celebrating a marriage.
I mean, so early.
I came here to help.
All the way from Nazareth? You must have been riding in the dark.
When your best friend is the mother of the groom, you'll be early for the feast too. Now come on, give me a broom or something.
Okay, come on.
Miracles.
Yes, John. Signs and wonders.
From who?
You.
Are you adding those to my list of infractions? Only a Pharisee. You would have labeled Moses a lunatic for talking to a shrub.
Do you consider yourself to be like Moses? Tell me about your ministry.
Do you remember when Caesar traveled through Judea?
Yes.
He sent all these men to clear logs and debris for the coming king. Make straight the way for the king, they'd shout. Prepare the way.
The roads in Jerusalem do not have the same problem, but I remember the visit.
I had to move. Romans aren't kind to the homeless. Lost all my possessions.
Many in Jerusalem were frightened as well.
Oh, they were lucky to have you to comfort them. For a price, of course.
Should we be clearing the road for you, John? Is that the point of this story?
I don't like your frock. The cost of the vestments alone could feed 3 children in Nazareth for a month.
Do you hail from Nazareth?
And Jericho, and Bethlehem, Jaffa, Hebron.
I see. Well, you have a new home now. Whatever your mission was, I hope you completed it.
Thought you were here to ask about miracles.
But first, I wanted to tell you of a miracle that I've seen, but cannot comprehend.
And then to make accusations.
This is pointless. Clearly, you are not a frothing madman, but every bit as unreasonable.
You imprison me and accuse me of being ill-tempered.
I am
about it?
not your captor. Do you not understand? This is a Roman cell. I came here to speak to the warden on your behalf.
On my behalf. Why are you really here, old man?
The official reason? You are a Jewish citizen. If you have broken Jewish law, it sets a dangerous precedent to allow Rome to adjudicate.
And the real reason?
The truth? I am far from home. I am looking in places I would never go because I am searching for an explanation for something I cannot unsee.
No one else knows you're here. Tell me from the beginning.
Eden. We need to talk.
So I hear.
What have you heard?
Nothing that makes sense. Last night you told me the truth. Let's continue with that.
So, I worked for hours last night, and I couldn't even catch one fish the entire night.
And then Andrew and the boys showed up. Thank you for that, by the way. And none of us could catch one fish the entire night. It was horrible. And this morning we finally gave up and we went ashore, but there was this teacher on shore. And Andrew knew who he was, but I'll talk about that later. He told me to cast one more time, which made no sense, but I did it anyway because of the way he looked at me. And then so many fish showed up. They were pouring into the boat. So many kept coming that Zebedee ended up filling both of our boats, enough to pay off the whole debt.
What?
I know.
Why don't you seem happy?
Well, this is hard to explain.
More than what you just told me.
You know, it's like the story of Elijah and Elisha.
Yes?
Elisha was plowing with 12 yoke of oxen when Elijah the prophet just walked up and threw his cloak over him. A calling to follow him.
And without delay, Elisha slaughtered the oxen, burned the plow, and left everything behind.
Yes. The teacher, Andrew told me, but I didn't believe him at first. He's the Messiah. I know it sounds impossible, but I saw it with my own eyes. He made boatfuls of fish appear out of nowhere. And the words he spoke, the one John told Andrew was the Lamb of God who takes away the sin of the world, it was him. And then he called me to follow him. And Andrew, James, and John to go where he goes and to learn from him. And he said that I wouldn't be a fisherman anymore, but that I would catch people instead. I don't even know what that means, but I'm sure what I saw. He's the one we've been waiting for all our lives, and I want to quit fishing and leave the sea behind to go. I know it makes no sense, and I knew it would make you upset. All I can tell you is that this is...
Upset. Oh, why would I be upset? Come here. Come here. Come here. This is the man I married.
And you believe me?
You couldn't make this up. Of course he chose you.
I don't know why he did. I tried to tell him I'm a sinful man.
Everyone is sinful.
I don't know what this means. I don't know yet how I'm going to provide.
I don't care about that.
Then why are you crying?
Because someone finally sees in you what I have always seen. You're more than a fisherman.
You know, I will travel sometimes. I don't want you to feel abandoned.
You have to go with him. How could I feel abandoned? I feel saved.
Eden, it's not gonna be easy.
When have we ever had anything easy? It's not our people's way.
So, are you going to help me?
I actually could watch you do that all day.
Wash your feet.
We leave for Cana today.
What's in Cana?
A wedding?
What does the wedding have to do with the liberation of Israel?
I'm about to find out. Come on. Don't you think our wedding was a kind of liberation?
From your fear that I would be bald.
Oh, my father's nearly blind.
Remember how cold it was?
No.
Remember Andrew's toast?
Remember the rabbi lost his place?
No.
What? He made everyone stand up and please be seated. Twice in a row, you don't remember?
What I will remember for the rest of my life is lifting your veil. I'd fight tigers for that memory.
You'd fight tigers?
Well, unless it was as cold as our wedding day right before the sun came up and you got tangled around chuppah.
You do remember.
The lamb meat will be there before or after we arrive?
After. They don't have a good place to keep it, so I didn't want it there too early.
But are they going to show up?
With plenty of time for you to roast it your way. Yes.
Wait. There's only 3 jars.
Yes. That's what they asked for.
Rayma, I am very concerned we won't be able to get all 3 all the way to Cana intact. I told you we needed 4 from your vineyard to be safe.
I told you the wedding family can't afford it.
I would have paid you out of my own pocket.
Thomas, that would almost erase your whole margin. Why would you do that?
I mean, we're a team, right?
Well, I think everything will arrive perfectly intact. Especially with how carefully you drive.
I just want to be certain that
Thomas, it's going to be fine.
There's 2 more in the back. I'll get them.
I'm glad you got some hired help. There's much to do.
Tirza, she's a neighbor. We couldn't afford anyone extra, so she volunteered on her only day off.
And here I was, thinking how lucky you were to have me.
My son just married his love, and I'm surrounded by friends. Couldn't be luckier.
What is she like?
Oh, Sarah is lovely and respectful and just wonderful. Her parents, Hela and Abner, are not so convinced.
About Asher?
About Rafi and me as in-laws. The father especially. But he's very successful and influential, so maybe it will be good for the kids' future.
Don't have to grovel to anyone, Dinah. I'll come around.
I should go find Rafi.
I do appreciate it. You heard me tell Eden how grateful I was.
Yeah, I heard your words, but I also watched your movements.
Don't know what to do with it. Don't go on long trips. I hold it like this. If I had a stick, I could sling it over to my shoulder.
Yeah. We'll see what the others do.
What if they didn't pack lunch? Will we look stupid? What if it comes off as ungrateful?
I don't know. Maybe it would look like we never traveled with the Messiah before and we don't know what we're doing.
I'm a bit nervous.
Come on, don't be nervous. If you're nervous, I'll come on too strong.
Don't tell me you're not nervous.
I said I was.
You said if I'm nervous...
I know what I said. I don't want to let him down.
I don't want to do it wrong.
Come on. We'll probably both do it wrong. It's like fishing. Remember when Dad taught us?
Dad didn't teach us anything. We just sat there.
And watched. And then it was our turn and we made our own mistakes. Can you believe this?
Well, you guys are great.
Hey.
Hello.
Have you been here long?
Oh, yeah.
Perfect day for a wedding, huh?
Master.
Simon, Andrew, Mary, James, John, Thaddeus. But where is, Uh-oh. Raining figs.
Figs? For the journey.
Ah, now we won't even need to stop for lunch. Thank you, James.
Yes, master?
Ah, 2 Jameses. How will we solve this dilemma?
Well, what if I go by Big James?
Is that acceptable to you, young James?
Yes, I think that's fair, master.
And the sense of justice, too, huh? Then it's settled. Now, to the road, my friends. The bride and groom await.
I think it might be a little roomier on this side.
Perfect.
No?
Yeah, no, it's perfect. And sturdy.
Let me speak with the carpenter. I know their language.
It will be okay. Will you help me decorate it?
Dinah, please. Let me do this for you.
Mary, I love you, but Rafi and I got what we paid for. I'm embarrassed how few timbers we could offer.
There's no reason to settle.
Who's settling? It'll be perfect. There are many other things to do today, Mary. You said so yourself.
Always the bright side.
Someone has to be. Will you start on gathering more flowers?
Of course.
Shalom, Hila.
Dina.
I'm delighted to share this special day. Is Abner here? I'd love to tell Rafi we have time for a special prayer together.
Abner sent me on ahead. He'll come with friends before the ceremony. He asked me to select his table.
Well, we have arrangements for everyone's seating already.
Abner likes things his way. I'm here to see that they are.
Even at our children's wedding feast?
Dina, Abner is set in his ways. It's not personal.
Well, it should be.
On certain important occasions, I have been able to prevail on him.
I hope this is important enough.
Dina, Sarah is unwavering in her love for your family.
We love Sarah. And all of you. Very much.
Sarah knows you do. The chuppah is crooked.
I know that look.
I'm sorry.
Yes, Simon.
I was thinking, if this wedding is worth a journey for you, who has so much to do, perhaps it is also worth the journey to many wealthy Jews.
You believe important and powerful Hebrews will be there?
Possibly.
I'm very keen, son. The most important and powerful person I know will be there.
Oh, yeah?
My mother.
Isn't your mother from Nazareth?
You should announce us after the guests, right? There'll be no Romans. Seems like the perfect place to gather more followers, get this whole thing moving.
It's not my special day, Simon. It's the special day of the couple, Asher and Sarah.
They are blessed to have you at their wedding. Do they know what a remarkable thing it is?
Well, considering that I was the clumsy teenager who cracked my head open at Asher's when he was a child, I don't think he finds me remarkable. Did you think much of your childhood friends?
No, he didn't have any.
That's not true.
I stand corrected. He had me. Compulsory service.
I don't remember kids exactly lining up around the block.
Mary, did you think that having brothers would be like this?
I always wanted brothers as a little girl.
Soon you'll have 12. Then tell me how you like it. 12? You'll see. Ah, we're getting close now. Cana is just over the next rise.
Well, we had a wedding. It just wasn't like everyone else's.
Why not?
You know why.
I would have gone.
I know. If Joseph were here, he would be so proud of you and Rafi. So happy for you.
You don't think I'm overdoing it?
I would have said so.
It's just that Hila's canopy for their son's feast had exquisite and extravagant...
It doesn't even matter. Sarah and Asher will love it.
Have you heard from your special guest?
He's coming. He may bring several others. Is that okay?
Jesus can bring everybody he wants. I haven't seen him in ages. How is he?
He's good. He's always good.
I'm ecstatic for you. I imagine he's a fine craftsman.
When he's not working, he has a calling. I seldom know where it will take him. He's bringing students.
I bet he's handsome. I bet he is.
Dinah, they're here.
Moment of truth. I made Rafi spend everything we had left for good wine. So wish me luck.
You must be Thomas. I am Rafi. This is my wife, Dinah.
Many blessings to you on this joyous day. And may I present the finest, most beautiful vintner in all of Galilee, Reima Bat Kafni of the Kafni Vineyards on the plains of Sharon.
It is an honor to meet you at last. You will give my regards to the old scoundrel upon your return. Reima is the daughter of my old friend, Kaf.
The wine is here on time. A good start to a joyous day.
Of course. Thomas is never late. My father sends his warmest regards with this. Pressed in the time Augustus died, cut with seawater, honey from Mount Hermon, black pepper, and pine from Tyre.
Divine.
I certainly won't refuse that. Blessed are you, Lord our God, King of the universe, who brings forth the fruit of the vine. Oh my. Thank heaven on Arsher's day, Abner and Hila will be pleased. Maybe a little jealous even.
Abner and Hila. I am now in debt because of wine for Abner and Hila.
Oh, hush. How much is there?
Of the special vintage, there's 2 amphorae and 1 of a lesser. Of course, we intend to serve the best wine first when the guests are fresh.
Later, when everyone is stuffed and senses dulled, we'll serve the remaining jar. Do you understand?
Yes, son. It's the oldest trick in the book. We are in good hands.
And I assume the head count is still the same, 40 or so at a time during the week?
Is it?
I'm asking.
I'm sure it's right.
Perfect. Where would you like us to set up?
This way. The master of the banquet will walk you through it.
Knock, knock. Can we come in? Hi, Ima. Oh, how are you? I missed you.
I have missed you. Look at you. It's been a while. Have you been eating?
I have been eating. These people have been helping me to eat. So
How are you? Are you students?
I'm James.
Multiple demons.
I saw it myself. They jeered at me from inside her mouth. Nothing could be done for her short of a miracle.
And she won't say who restored her.
He did not reveal his name to her. What? What?
It has begun.
What has?
If he's healing in secret now, the public signs cannot be far off.
Public signs? What? You know him?
You can say that.
What's his name?
Who has ascended into heaven and come back down?
I asked his name.
Who has gathered the wind in his fist?
Don't quote Solomon to me, you wild mongrel.
Who has wrapped up the waters in a garment? Finish.
No, you answer me first.
Teacher of Israel. Finish the oracle of Agur, son of Jakeh. Who has established all the ends of the earth?
What is his name, and what is the name of his son?
Surely you know.
You are careless with Torah. God does not have a son except Israel. Israel is his only son. All of us.
Suit yourself.
You know, they'll put a man to death for blasphemy like that.
Who will? You? It'd be a terrible precedent for Rome to adjudicate.
I should never have come here.
All your life you've been asleep. Make straight the way for the king. He is here to awaken the earth. But some will not want to awaken. They're in love with the dark. I wonder which one you'll be.
Now, if this man is anything like you believe, or if he exists at all, you should leave this region. Your presence alone puts him in danger.
If you think he needs my help, you've heard nothing.
When the song is over, bring out the olives and the cheeses. Set them on the long table in between the loaves of bread and the cucumbers.
Thomas!
In a moment.
Thomas!
Okay, okay. Hi.
Am I going mad, or has 40 been the magic number all along?
The head count? Why? Are we over? They always do this. I brought food enough for more.
The last count was 80.
You made a mistake.
Maybe by a few. Even if I'm off by 5, the wine.
I did advocate for a fourth. But 3 is still enough. 460.
And the voice of gladness, the voice of the bridegroom, and the voice of the bride.
Blessed are you, Lord our God, King of the universe, who brings forth the fruit of the vine.
Amen. Amen.
Lighten your pores. Like this. 3/4 full. If they ask you for more, tell them you'll be right back. But guess what? You won't be. Understand?
Well, the guests seem to be happy so far. The servants do not. How are we doing?
Nothing to worry about. You are one of the finest banquet masters we have ever seen. Keep up the good work. What now?
I have an idea. Thank you so much for coming.
Oh, thank you. You always look so beautiful.
Duffy! Dinah!
Shalom.
Abner. Well, this is the best party I've been to in a long while. Mwah. 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 Very much. Thank you.
You honor us, Adler. We are blessed to have 2 children so in love.
I'm happy too. I'll be honest, I was not always happy about this. You may not have known that.
Yes, we know.
You were born in Nazareth, Dinah. Rafi, your people are travelers. And your trade, Rafi, it hasn't brought you much success. And well, Asher seems like a nice young man. He has not
Yes,
yet...
Abner. We get it.
Yeah, I don't mean to insult. My family have been powerful traders in this region for years. I believe success has made my generation arrogant. I lost my train of thought. I thought you said this was crooked. Looks fine to me. And this wine is delicious. I must know the vineyard.
Purification water. There's still some left in these.
Dilute the wine. People will notice. Whispers will spread.
If they did, I feel like this family would die of shame.
What about us? We'd be ruined.
It's not a great option, I agree. So help me think.
We could serve the guests extra date cakes, oversalt the food, make them thirst for water. I don't know. This is humiliating.
Let's keep looking.
They have no idea who sits before them.
To be a child again, yes?
I think we are the lucky ones. They have to go home with their parents tonight. We get to stay with him and his mother.
Where will that be?
Who knows? With him, I have learned to stop worrying about those things.
I haven't. It's cold in this region.
You think he would let you freeze? My brother has many worries. I keep reminding him of when our Abba taught us how to fish. We just sat there and watched until we became fishermen.
We will watch him. And watch and watch and watch. Forever, I think.
I'm going to get more wine.
Get two? I don't even know why I'm here. It's usually the students that choose the rabbi, not the other way around. And I'm not even a student.
Neither was I. Thaddeus introduced me to him.
How did you meet?
On a construction job in Bethsaida. He hasn't exactly been picking the best and brightest students.
What? He works?
Well, until recently. He's not a professional rabbi.
Yeah, but I thought he has no home and no job.
No permanent home.
He's a stonemason. Like you.
A craftsman. He taught as well. He asked me to follow him. He said he was building a kingdom. A fortress stronger than stone. I believed him.
What were you building in Bethsaida?
A public amenity.
An aqueduct?
No, something humbler.
What then, man?
It's not proper to say in front of a woman.
I have seen and heard things that would turn your blood to ice.
A latrine? Wait, ice?
Yes.
Our master building a privy.
A job is a job. I was cutting stone for the retaining wall. He was building a ramp of cedar planks so the crippled and the elderly could get to it without climbing the steep stairs.
Well, why didn't he heal them so they could mount the steps themselves?
He's always saying his time has not yet come.
Calling your name, the catch of the fish. Why was it his time for miracles then and not others?
Because those were private. He hasn't shown his signs to others publicly yet.
What's keeping him from making his ministry public?
The wind blows to the south or to the east, and you cannot say why.
A latrine. Yeah, we better not spread that around.
He doesn't hide where he's from.
Oh, don't tell Andrew. That will... Yeah, he'll be surprised.
And now, friends, the dance of Miriam.
Thomas? Talk to me.
Just watch out for the frogs this time. Oh, sons of Jonah!
We were just looking for you. Dancing to the song of Miriam, and we thought you wouldn't want to miss it.
Of course. Let's the three of us show them how it's done, huh?
I don't think that's such a good idea.
Why?
Andrew has 4 left feet.
4? Why 4?
When he tries to dance, he looks like a donkey walking on hot coals.
Oh, Andrew, do you deny it?
I've never seen a donkey walking on hot coals. Actually, that would be a terrible thing to behold.
My son.
Ah, Andrew, you see, even my own mother will join us in the Song of Miriam.
They've run out of wine.
But it's only the first day.
Yes, and it's all gone. Not a drop left.
Why are you telling me this?
We can't let the celebration end like this. And Esther's family humiliated.
Boys, go join the others. I'll be right there.
Mother, my time has not yet come.
If not now, when? Please. Do whatever he tells you.
Fill these jars with water. I'm not sure you heard her clearly, but we've run out of wine, not water.
These are similar in size to your amphorae?
The prudent marks, yes. Equally filled all the way to the brim.
You're a very responsible person, aren't you?
We are in a crisis, and I was led to understand you have a solution.
Do you know why jars for purification rites are made of stone?
What?
You heard me.
Because the stone is pure. Less likely to stain or break, and it can't be made unclean.
Yes. Fill these jars with water all the way to the brim.
Why?
You heard him. Start drawing water, quickly. Tell anyone you find to stop what they're doing and help.
From the directions you have provided, I see no logical solution to the problem.
It's going to be like that sometimes, Thomas.
What did you say?
I do not rebuke you. It is good to ask questions, to seek understanding.
There's not time for this.
I know of a man like you in Capernaum, always counting, always measuring.
That's my job. And that people will think I have not done well tonight.
Join me, and I will show you a new way to count and measure, a different way of seeing time.
Go with you where? I don't understand.
Keep watching.
Cana!
Abner, I do hope you're enjoying yourself.
Where are the servers?
I don't know, but I'll go find them right away.
It is far past time for another round of wine. The last one was nearly an hour ago.
Yes, well, you see...
Surely there is more coming, Dinah.
I'm very sorry. Please do not worry. This will be taken care of immediately.
Next round of wine right away. Thank you for reminding us it's all under control.
Was your father a stonemason as well?
Smith. I think it broke his heart, but I apprenticed under a stonecutter when I was 9. Every man must leave his father.
Masonry seems like harder work.
It isn't harder, it's just more, final. If the smith wants to change the horseshoe or the plowshare or the pothook, he has only to put the iron back into the fire and reshape it to fit his designs.
They're full.
Everyone, please step outside. Just for a moment, Thomas.
Once you make that first cut into the stone, it can't be undone. It sets in motion a series of choices. What used to be a shapeless block of limestone or granite begins its long journey of transformation. And it will never be the same.
I'm ready, Father. Go draw some out and serve it to the master of the banquet.
I promise you, more wine is coming.
Oh, it's about time.
The latter vintage, sir.
Good, good. Let's have a taste.
Stop the music! Stop the music!
Everyone, listen! I have something I would like to say. I would like to address the bridegroom and the bride families. At every wedding I've ever overseen, they serve the best wine first. And then, when the people have drunk freely, much later in the feast, they serve the poorer wine, the cheap stuff. Because by then, who is going to notice? Am I right? But you have chosen now to serve the best wine I have ever tasted. Let us thank them for this unnecessary but honorable gesture. May the wedding of Asher, son of Rafi and Dinah, to Sarah, daughter of Abner and Hila, be as pure and as fruitful as this wine. Blessed are you, Lord our God, King of the universe, who brings forth the fruit of the vine. To Asher and Sarah!
To Asher and Sarah!
Is something wrong?
Yes. I was.
Fish, wine. What will be next?
Any suggestions?
Anything. And everything. Let's do this. I'll go with you to the ends of the earth.
I hope so, Simon.
But I seem to remember there was a problem. Something about Andrew's feet.
Andrew's feet.
But first we must evaluate, no?
No, I can't.
I think we have to.
No, I can't.
Something even I cannot do.
That should be it for the night. Who is he? I can't pretend I didn't see a miracle. He gave us even more than we need.
He invited me to join him. He wants us to meet him in Samaria in 12 days.
Samaria.
I don't know what to think.
So don't. Maybe for once in your life, don't think.
You're a liar.
She was crazy. Just because I run a charity does not mean I have to buy rocks from every old lady.
Charity.
Just like everything Roman, it's part of business. We loan proceeds seized from criminals to the poor. And others. You're passing through. I do not recall seeing you before.
I come from Tyr. The mallet is carved of maple from Sidon. The chisels are bronze. The trowel is tin from Phoenician ore.
My. Why would anyone want to part with these?
I'm on my way to the Dead Sea.
Shalom, pilgrim. Lucky me. I do not often see items of such quality. If only they were not brought in by some stranger passing through.
They weren't stolen, if that's what you're saying.
I can justify 20 denarii.
You're joking, that's a fraction of what they're worth.
Hades and sticks!
I beg you.
Leper! You are marked! You couldn't just die! You had to take us all to hell! You were forbidden within 4 cubits!
Take it and go! I didn't mean you. Any harm. My tools were all I had left.
Never knew those little skiffs could hold so many fish.
They can't. The weight of the catch and the sailors caused the boat to sink. They had to jump. They ended up filling 2 boats. Should we put this inside the booth?
Well, they'll be here any minute.
At least you have your sword. Should I have a weapon?
This can't be the first time you've been saddled with a couple of months' worth of...
2 years and 7 weeks.
2 years and 7 weeks?
Simon and Andrew were each granted 1 year gratis. That totals 1 year and 7 weeks plus another year less marital credit for Simon.
Okay,
plus penalties.
That's good. And we're sitting ducks here. Just, try to look natural.
I am natural. I look exactly how I feel.
Just try to act like a normal person under normal circumstances. Forget I said normal.
Gaius.
Yes, Marcus.
Thought it was a joke.
You could say it was comical when the men leapt from the boats.
Leapt from their boats.
They were sinking from the weight.
Told you it was made up. You can't catch this many fish that fast.
Captain, may we continue this conversation on the road?
Oh, Gaius. Don't tell me you're nervous about guarding a couple months' taxes.
I've just returned from questioning the man known as John the Baptizer while in Roman custody at length of betting. Though his appearance is unconventional and his teachings ignorant, I've concluded he presents no material threat to Herod or to the public peace.
Order. The man has a following. We've heard as much from Brother Shmuel's testimony. Is that not a matter of concern?
I believe these followers are simply investigating as one would a loud noise. And on inspection, they will find that his words bear as much substance. He seeks attention. They do not gather on the Jordan to be immersed as we understand ritual cleansing. They stand in line because others are standing in line. They only legitimized him by ordering his detention. Very effort to keep him silent gives him a pedestal.
But, Nicodemus, we issued no such order.
Oh? I was shown sworn statements from the arresting soldiers saying a Pharisee had ordered his detention. Perhaps they were mistaken.
It was me. I turned him in.
Brother Shmuel?
He who justifies the wicked and he who condemns the righteous are both like an abomination to the Lord.
Quoting the Proverbs of Solomon is not an explanation.
I will not turn a blind eye to his sins, even when all others do.
What sins?
He called us a brood of vipers.
He uses coarse language to attract attention.
Do you know how vipers are born? They hatch inside their mothers. The law of Moses says you shall not hate your brother in your heart.
Were he a member of our congregation or our faction, we would admonish him. But he's not. He's a rogue who answers to no one.
Brother Shmuel, your rash actions have inflated the importance of a trivial outlier and drawn undue attention to our sect by Rome.
But
And I'm astonished that any student of the great and learned Nicodemus would have the temerity to bypass his approval.
I'll talk to him, Arpitin.
You will defer to your teacher on all matters of polity and practice. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, Your Honor.
This council is adjourned.
You want this as well?
I'm glad I'm not the only one.
No, I thought I was prepared for life on the road. You know, snakes, hunger, floods.
Yeah, the Torah doesn't mention the blisters, huh?
But you never read the book on constant low-level aches?
The sermon on dust in your nose.
Right.
So, what'd you do before you met him?
I was on my way to join the 288.
The Jerusalem Temple Choir. Right, okay. Yeah, I was Caesar's favorite gladiator.
My soul thirsts for you. My flesh longs for you in a dry and weary land where there is no water.
Wow. I stand corrected.
Thank you.
It's clear why Jesus asked you to join him.
I don't know if anything's clear. You know, maybe I'll sing, maybe not. He's the only one who knows who I'll become. More than anything, he's a teacher, and we're his students.
Looks good, boys. Simon! My mother is leaving. I'm escorting her back to Nazareth. I'll catch up with the others at our camp in Capernaum.
I understand. All right. I'll make sure everyone arrives safely.
I want you to go on ahead.
Ahead of the others?
You have some business to tend to at home.
Teacher, I can protect the others.
In time you will. The others don't have families. You do. Look at me. I'm leaving all this fun to escort my Ima.
Yes, Rabbi.
Remarkable. For the first time in a year, quarterly collections will have exceeded Pilate's projections. And if the fishermen are no longer fishing on Shabbat. Have an olive, Matthew. You earned it.
Thank you, Dominus.
Simon the cheat. Simon the fraud. Simon, the guy who delivered when it mattered most. I wonder if there's a way to make him do it again.
It wasn't Simon.
What if I told him it wasn't enough? He obviously performs well under pressure. And I do have a knack for creating stakes.
Simon wasn't responsible for this, Dominus.
Oh, I don't care who he conscripts into his schemes.
Forgive me, Dominus, if my report was unclear. There was a man...
Yes. You're a fine reporter, Matthew, but you're also a bit of a rube. I read your report. It's clear Simon and his accomplice tricked you.
But there were others.
Accomplice says, fine.
To what end?
Who can say? Maybe Simon wanted the other fishermen off his back. You said yourself, word of his disloyalty had spread. Or maybe to spook anyone who'd fish on Shabbat. He is a wily one.
The fishermen have taken notice.
Oh, it couldn't have worked out better. Don't tell me you're spooked.
I am neither sophisticated nor subtle, Dominus. But I am observant.
I detected no subterfuge. I recorded everything I witnessed, however impossible it seemed.
You did well, Matthew. Fortunately, you have me to interpret for you.
Forgive me, Breeder. It's urgent.
No kidding.
King Herod's envoy approaches.
Spotted where?
Outside Gennesaret, riding north.
Captain, Silvius Gamalius, son of Senator Gamalius, will be arriving in 1 hour.
Yes, Dominus.
Prepare my guard for inspection. How long would you have stood there? Things turned out very well with Simon, and I'm grateful. Gaius, I've reviewed your service records. You're Germanic.
My people were.
Powerful warriors, even if they did surrender.
I believe they sensibly joined the winning team, Dominus.
Sensibly.
My only allegiance is to Rome. I've trained to fight for her since I was a boy.
And now you will lead. I hereby promote you to the rank of Primi.
Thank you for this honor, Praetor.
Don't slobber. And Matthew, you're so wonderfully odd. Keenly intelligent, but it's your reactions to the world I love. Like right now. How you're not a stain on a cartwheel is a mystery we will have many moons to unravel, my new friend.
I saw no ruse or deception at the seashore, Dominus.
Because you have no guile. Give me your first reaction to this scenario. You will shortly be visited by a childhood rival whose father gave him everything while yours gave you nothing, and yet you've risen to a higher rank. You want to make it clear you won. That it's your meeting, even if he arrived unannounced.
I would show him my plans for infrastructure. Conquest is not simply conquering nations, but imposing a way of life.
Unbelievable. So simple. You're dismissed.
Thank you, Praetor.
Some dill? Yes. Yeah, lemon. Groceries? Yeah.
Hello.
Hello. Shalom.
It's a beautiful day for picking flowers.
Well, if you like Gilboa iris, lupine, and anemone, I sell them in the market.
Is that Egyptian?
Yes. I grew up there. My father was from Ethiopia.
Shaparnaya makamteanak. Shabuta sashasutne sashrutu. Natiu patanaya sunu mahatia.
Tamar, Anaki, Nanioti Juanu.
Anaki Yeshua nanazrati. Hatipuarta snatia.
Hakmunak. Shalom to you all.
Shalom.
Shalom.
You were speaking Egyptian.
I lived there when I was a boy.
Why were you there?
We had to leave Bethlehem when I was 2 years old because of Herod.
You lived in Bethlehem? During the massacre of the innocents?
I did.
I know the story. Herod had every child in the area under the age of 2 killed.
Yes, it was very sad. Not to spoil this beautiful day or anything, huh? Come on.
Huh?
It's a leper. Stay back. Cover your mouth. Don't breathe his air. Don't come any closer.
It's okay, John. It's okay.
Rabbi, you cannot. His disease. You.
Please. Please. Please don't turn away from me.
I won't.
Lord, if you are willing, you can make me clean. Only if you want to, I submit to you. My sister, she was a servant at the wedding. She told me what you can do. I know you can heal me if you are willing.
I am willing. Be cleansed.
Thank you. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. What can I ever do?
Do not say anything to anyone.
You don't seek your own honor.
Please just do me this one thing.
But what do I tell people?
Go. Show yourself to the priest. Let them inspect you and see that you are cleansed. Make the proper offering in the temple as Moses commanded. And go on your way. Who has an extra tunic? Just one of you, just one of you. That's enough. Green is definitely your color. Not too shabby.
Spread out the flags! It dries faster.
Okay.
Deputy!
Yeah.
Can you check the grapes, please?
I forgot. We no longer have anyone on raisin duty. Too tart. Salome!
What?
They're coming!
There, be careful!
Ah! Ah! Oh!
Hello.
James? John,
Yes?
Ima.
listen to him. Please. And stay by his side.
We will. We will. It's a pleasure to meet you too, Salome. I'm Jesus of Nazareth.
Of course you are.
And hello again, Zebedee.
It's an honor, Rabbi.
Imam. Imam.
What are my manners? Please come in.
Are you certain that there will be others joining us?
I insist. Everyone, please.
Oh, hey. Where is Simon?
He's taking care of some things at home. Andrew is getting him now.
Good. I thought maybe he got cold feet, or I'd have to go drag him out of the hammer.
Are you kidding? He's the teacher's pet. You would hardly recognize him now.
My meditation please you as I rejoice listen you, my Lord. Praise you, Lord. Praise you, Lord. Praise you, Lord, forevermore.
The wine. Oh. He introduced us to all of his friends. It really was unlike anything. We danced. He danced.
He danced?
Yes.
She's asleep. Breathing is labored but steady.
Okay, good.
That was some soulful singing, my man.
All right.
Most are at Zebedee's to the group. And
Salome's cooking. Don't tell Eden I said that. What? Taxman!
Simon, Andrew.
I guess no one told you the good news.
We squared our debts with Quintus.
Isn't that great? So, go back to your cage and stop following us.
It's not you. I'm here about the man.
What man?
The man at the shore who made the fish appear.
Man on the shore. You saw no man on the shore. Do you hear me?
Yes, I did! I was there, I saw.
And I bet the first thing you did was tell Rome, huh?
Simon!
They don't believe me!
You really are a traitor.
Simon!
Best for you to forget it.
Go home, Matthew.
They don't believe what I saw. But I do. I need to know. Am I deceived?
What good is our answer if you don't even listen to yourself?
Rabbi. Welcome, Rabbi.
Greetings.
Everything is prepared, teacher. The scrolls of Isaiah and Malachi. Would you like us to get you any water, teacher? Or?
No, thank you. Actually, I'd like to do the readings a little later. Would you mind giving me a little time to myself?
Of course, teacher.
Shmuel, would you join me, please?
Salome didn't cook?
No. Walnuts? So good.
Oh, your herbs are beautiful. Rosemary, dill.
Mint, coriander, and sage for Zebedee's indigestion.
Thank you for sharing that, dear wife. So, your father was a fisherman?
Carpenter.
Is he back in Nazareth?
No. He's in heaven.
What was your father's lineage?
Josiah, father of Jeconiah at the time of the exile.
But before the exile, what tribe?
Abba.
I like genealogies. It's what we talk about.
I would imagine from the tribe of Judah. Yes?
And why would you guess the tribe of Judah?
Well, are you having a party?
We've heard voices.
Mara, please come in.
Rabbi, these are our neighbors, Mara and Eliel.
Oh, we've heard about you.
Have you?
The parable of the net. I have a question about that.
Please, our master is tired. He's had a long day of walking.
It's all right. It's all right.
You said angels would come and separate the evil from the righteous. How soon do you think that they would come, Rabbi?
My friends and I recently returned from a wedding. The father of the bride was a man of great wealth, Abner. As the night got longer, near the end of the feast, what do you think the servants were doing back home?
Waiting, if they're good at their jobs.
Waiting where? In their rooms? In the kitchen?
At the gate.
At the gate. Doing what? Just standing there in the dark?
Holding lamps.
But why? Why wouldn't they just relax?
Because they don't know when he's coming back.
Suppose they figured the master was delayed in coming. So they took a nap on his bed, got drunk on his wine, and let their lamps burn down.
That's easy. They would be fired and then kicked out, called a name, and told that if they ever show their face around here again...
My friends, shalom, shalom.
We were just passing by and heard a familiar voice.
We heard about the wedding. Can you do that to the well by my house?
You know them?
Yes, Mary introduced them to me.
Ah, it's the ground. Why not?
You were saying, teacher?
Ah, yes, thank you, James. The servants. So it will be, at the end of all things. Neither the angels in heaven, nor the Son of Man, nor the day or the hour, but only the Father. So you must always be ready, with your lamps trimmed and burning brightly.
What's wrong? It's getting too crowded.
Don't worry about it. You know, Ima and Abba love the company.
I'm not worried about them.
Oh, okay. So what do you want to do?
Let's try to make sure the path out of your back garden is clear.
What do you think is going to happen?
Anything could happen. All these people, word spreading, wrong people stop by.
Simon, you don't have to be his bodyguard. I think he can handle anything.
Yeah, well, he called me. And if we're not fighting the Romans yet, I want to do something until that time comes.
He called you to catch men.
I don't know what that means.
Exactly. And if he needed you to know what that meant, he would have told you. So just be you, okay? And hey, maybe you already know.
Well, my eyes are tired. Would you mind reading to me from the scroll of the prophet Isaiah?
Comfort, comfort my people, says our...
A little further down, a few lines.
A voice cries, in the wilderness, prepare the way of Adonai. Make straight in the desert a highway for our God.
And who does that sound like?
The heretic John.
And what heresy do you find in those words, being that Isaiah said
The
them?
heresy is that John has appropriated Isaiah's words by taking a spiritual description of God in heaven and applying it to John's physical successor on earth.
Successor?
John said, after me comes he who is mightier than I, the strap of whose sandals I am not worthy to stoop down and untie.
And?
God has no body, he cannot wear sandals. God cannot take human form, to say so is blasphemy.
And where does it say that God cannot take human form?
In the scroll of Deuteronomy. You saw no face the day Adonai spoke to you at Horeb.
Just because they saw no form doesn't mean God cannot take one.
In Exodus, you cannot see my face, for no man shall see me and live. This person would have to walk around with his face covered.
Ooh. So you would place limits on the Almighty?
None that are not written in law.
And if God did something that you felt contradicted the Torah, would you tell him to get back in that box that you have carved for him? Or would you question your interpretation of the Torah?
When I was a student, I knew all your sayings. I read every word you wrote. Your teachings were so sturdy, so reasoned and pure.
We are still students, Shmuel. All of us. Our understanding will never be complete.
It frightens me that I can no longer predict your rulings.
And fear alone ensures we remain ignorant, asleep in the safety of rigid tradition. Take the Sadducees. They take the first 5 books, the law of Moses, as inspired scripture. The rest, they disregard. To them, God stopped speaking when Moses died. Think of all they have missed. The Psalms of David, the stories of Ruth and Boaz, Esther and Mordecai. I don't want to live in some bleak past, where God cannot do anything new? Do you?
Why is that your concern? God gave us his law. We must uphold it.
We can do both. Let's look to the ancient roads where the good way is and walk in it, as Jeremiah said, and still keep our eyes open to the startling and the unexpected. Can we agree on that?
Yes.
You and I. We can lead the others in this.
I beg your pardon, teacher of teachers.
What's happened?
A crowd has gathered in the east side to see a man preaching.
A Pharisee?
No, a common person. It's not John. Someone normal. He has commanded the attention of the entire area.
We will investigate.
So you think that because Pilate killed them, they must have been worse sinners than others?
I know Pilate wasn't doing it for that reason, but God must have been punishing them for something.
No, God does not see some as worse than others. All must repent or perish. You know of the tower in Siloam, which fell and killed the 18, yes?
Of course.
Do you think that they were worse than those who lived in Jerusalem? No. All must repent or perish.
I'm out of pistachios, walnuts, bread, and water. Can you please go next door and ask Deborah for some bread to feed this crowd? Deborah's at the door.
They're already being fed. What about prayer?
What about it, Shula?
I don't like to pray out loud because I feel embarrassed around the leaders who know how to do it so much better.
Ah, big words don't matter. A lot of that's for show anyway. Don't worry about doing it in public. It's better to go into your room, shut the door, and pray to your Father who sees you in secret. The same is true for giving to the needy. Do not let your left hand know what your right hand is doing.
How could my right hand do something and my left hand not know?
I mean, give generously, without thinking about it. Do not do it for show, to impress others. Don't even congratulate yourself in private. Give in humility.
Come.
What was your last customer? Matthew. Hello?
I'm sorry, what?
How long has it been since you've had a customer?
I don't have customers.
When was your last citizen?
1 hour, perhaps 2.
Is there a Jewish holiday that I don't know about?
There are many you don't know about, Gaius.
Snap out of it. Marcus. Matthew, close the booth and go home.
It's not time yet.
There's a situation. Lock up and get out of here.
What situation would require we abandon our post?
A mob in the East Slums.
I'm coming with you.
Excuse me?
I'm coming with you.
I said a mob of people. Matthew, I do not have time to protect you.
How do you think I survived the other 16 hours of the day?
I have no idea.
Which brings up a good point. All of you listening here, you're pretty decent people, yes? Pretty righteous? Kind of? Not bad? Let me tell you a story. There were 2 men that went up into the temple.
Excuse us.
One of
Please.
them was a Pharisee, Vestos, right? The other was a tax
Shalom, good to see you.
Word, yes?
This is Jesus of Nazareth. Keep listening.
Standing by himself. Goes inside to the temple and he prays this prayer.
You hear okay?
Yes.
He's amazing, huh?
God, I thank you that I am not like other men.
Excuse me.
Extortioners.
Excuse us.
Unjust.
Please.
Where are you going?
Please.
All of you
We need to see Jesus.
There's no room up there.
He's paralyzed from the waist down. He can't stand.
There is definitely no room then.
Simon, he deserves to hear Jesus as much as anyone else.
Hello again. I'm so glad I found you. My friend, you're here.
Look, why do you need to get closer?
I saw what your master did to the leper. I know what I saw.
We're trying to keep that under wraps. For now. Look at this crowd. Imagine what we'd be up against.
Please, help me get my friend to him.
Who's that company?
I'll talk to them.
Come with me.
What's going on here? This is a peaceful gathering.
That is what the Maccabees said.
They're blocking the road. I'll move them. They haven't been told where to stand yet.
Finally, he said to himself, even though I don't fear God, because this widow keeps bothering me, I will see that she gets justice, so that she does not wear me out. Grant me justice against my
I'm sorry, there's too many people.
But you know him. Can't you get us any closer?
I don't want to interrupt the teacher by causing a scene.
What if you were me?
Wouldn't you want your friends to make a scene?
It was you once.
What about the roof?
When the Son of Man will he find faith on the earth?
I just wanted to hear the teacher teach.
Up here. It's okay. Come up.
How did you get up there?
We climbed the ladder. It's easy.
So if this is how God clothes the grass.
Thank you.
Where are your parents? I see, okay. Okay, well, the man speaking is called...
Jesus of Nazareth.
We know him.
Dressed as beautiful. If this is how God clothes the grass of the field, which is here today and thrown into the fire tomorrow, how much more will He clothe all of you? This is what the unjust will not God. His justice to those His children who cry out day and night.
Excuse me. Quiet. We're trying to listen. Do you know who you are talking to? Did you hear his disrespect?
Remember the Red Quarter? We're out of our element here.
We have to find out who is teaching. Look at this crowd.
All the more reason to be cautious.
Rabbi, it's her. She is truly restored. I only heard your report, not seen her for myself. She's a different person.
A city on a hill cannot be hid. And if it were nighttime, Zebedee wouldn't light his lamp and put it under a basket. He'd put it on the stand where it could light us all.
Jesus of Nazareth! I saw what you did to the leper on the road this morning. My friend has been paralyzed since childhood. He has no hope but you. Please, do for him what you did for the leper.
That's our roof.
Put it back, man.
If you are willing, Rabbi, I know you can do this.
Is this what you wanted? Get out your tablet at least. Harry! Is he in danger?
I don't know. No, I don't think so.
He's got room in there?
Yes.
Can you believe we're really here for this?
Yes.
Down.
You! By whose authority do you teach? Answer me!
If you are willing, Rabbi, you know you can.
Hey, I'm talking to you! By whom do you teach? Certainly not the authority of any rabbi from Nazareth. Where did you study?
Your faith is beautiful. Son, take heart. Your sins are forgiven. Who is this who speaks blasphemies? Who can forgive sins but God alone? Right. But I ask you, which is easier to say? Your sins are forgiven, or rise up and walk? It's easy to say anything, no? But to show you, and so that you may know that the Son of Man has the authority on earth to forgive sins. I say to you, my son, rise, pick up your bed, and go home. Easy does it. Now go on.
Roman guards! A threat to the public peace!
Teacher, this way.
Mary, wait.
You saw it.
I saw a paralytic walked past me on his 2 feet.
You asked me before if I knew his name. Now everyone knows his name. And I fear for his safety.
I mean no trouble to him, no dishonor.
Your friends tried to have him arrested.
They're jealous. They're afraid. But I'm not. I promise. Mary, please. I need to talk to him.
I follow him, not the other way around. He doesn't tell anyone his plans.
Will you ask him for a meeting in secret, under cover of night, at a place of his choosing? I don't care if it's a ravine or a cave or even a tomb. I just need to speak to him. Please, Mary.
I will try.
Are you lost?
Yes, I am.
Is there a problem, officer?